Welcome to Autosave.
It's so bad.
What's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome back to the Autosave Podcast. Again, joining me today, we have RedPandaGamer Jake and OriginalDrakkon JT.
Meh.
So, let's just jump back into things. Real quick, though, we want to apologize for being so delayed with this, but, a lot of things happened, and our schedules didn't exactly, coincide until recently, but we're back now, and we're on our own channel, so, feel free to hit that subscribe button right above. But anyways, what have you guys been playing this week? Let's get started here.
Who wants to go first?
JT, go first.
Okay, I'll go first. Alright, so I've been doing Minish Cap this week. Finished that, I think, Tuesday. And I've been playing Borderlands 2, rarely. And me and Jake started Binding of Isaac Versus.
Woo!
So that's what we've been playing.
Woo! Jake, what have you been doing this week?
I've been playing a lot of Binding of Isaac along with JT, our little race series we have going on, seeing who can complete the game fully first. I've also been playing a bunch of Spelunky again, trying to finish up the game 100%, and I just started a Kirby 64 Crystal Shards series.
Nice.
I didn't know there was another Kirby 64. You had to add that Crystal Shards in there
That's
just
the
to make
name.
sure
Well,
that's the
no
subtitle,
one else
dude.
would get that wrong.
That's the name of it, so that's why I said
It's
it.
the full title.
But the way you said it was just like just so you know, it's 64 Crystal Shards. That's just not just 64.
Nah, you're just
No,
being
I'm
nitpicky.
pretty sure I just read the title.
Anyways, I've been playing, obviously, Rayman Origins, because that's the continuing series that's on my channel right now. I just actually started Metroid Prime up again, which has been a blast. I've also been playing a lot of FTL, which, after 15 hours of gameplay time, I've actually finally beaten the game once. Yeah, thank you. I've also been
all
playing...
on easy mode, guys.
Yeah, easy mode. I also had to reload my save a few times, but, we won't go into that. But, no. And I've also been playing a lot of Super Mario 3D Land. So yeah, that's what I've been doing lately.
FTL's
a really good time, though.
FTL's a really good game.
It's
I
addicting.
still haven't played it.
Go freaking buy it, JT.
I don't know. It doesn't
When I
seem.
have money, I will.
It's a bummer that it hasn't really gotten as popular as a lot of other indie games. But I mean,
Yeah.
I feel like its biggest problem is the aesthetic of it. I don't feel like people like the way it looks. From what I've heard.
I don't know. From looking at it standpoint, I watch other people's videos, and just looking at it is very weird. I don't know. It seems kind of RTS-y, but at the same time it doesn't. I don't know. It gives me a weird vibe, but I want to check it out.
It's a really good game.
Yeah, it's definitely a strategy game. There's a ton of strategy involved to it, but there's also that random luck sort of type thing. It's similar to Binding of Isaac in that sort of way.
It's a roguelike.
Yeah.
It's a randomized roguelike. The only problem I have with it is I don't feel like there's enough scripted stuff. I feel like I've got almost every time I play, I get that whole a planet of spiders is murdering people, and
Right.
it doesn't feel like there's enough stuff really.
It's randomized and everything happens randomly, but there's not a lot of different scenarios that can happen.
Right, and it's not like there's a lot more different ones that happen later in the game. You'll get a lot of the same ones in the late game that you will in the early game. But
True. The only thing that's really different though is you can go through them, and then if you have a specific weapon or a specific crew member, you get a third option.
Yeah.
Sort of in Mass Effect, if you had enough what do they call it? Freaking, I can't think of the words right now. But it's when you have enough good or bad, you get an extra option or something like that.
Yeah. I'll take your word for it.
It's Renegade or something else. I forget what it is.
I don't know. I haven't beat it yet, so I die a lot in that game.
Have you guys even played? Oh, I know JT's played Mass Effect. Have you played Mass Effect, Jake?
Not 3.
Okay.
But I played a lot of the second one.
I'm talking about Mass Effect. Is the I think it was either last week or this week. Mass Effect Trilogy was announced.
Yeah,
Yes,
it was announced.
I'm actually excited for that.
It was announced,
Was that?
but it's total bullshit that it's not. I think it's total bullshit that it's not coming out on the Wii U.
Yeah.
Yeah, I actually found that kind of weird why they wouldn't do that.
It's not like it'd be a difficult port. They're putting Mass Effect 3 on it. Obviously, if they put the other two games on it, they wouldn't have all the features. They would probably just have to make it just normal. like not have a lot of
Right.
stuff on the
I think that's the
touchscreen.
reason why.
I mean, do you really think it'd be that hard to program a map onto the Wii U screen? I mean,
Well, no, but I think that's the reason why they're not doing it is because they don't want to just throw in something that's not Wii U compatible on the release day. Because
True.
isn't it coming out
no,
sometime
Mass Effect.
soon?
I don't think Mass Effect 3 is coming out in the release.
No, I'm not. That's not what I'm talking
Oh,
about.
the
I'm talking about
trilogy?
The trilogy was.
I don't
Yeah, the
know.
trilogy
I don't know when it comes out.
Another reason why they might not be doing it is just because, like, think of how old Mass Effect, like, 1 is. I mean, that's a really, really old game, and, like, it was I think it was originally on the Xbox, like, the original Xbox?
No, it was on 360.
No, it was on 360.
Oh, it was on 360.
Yeah.
Okay, so never mind. It was on 360, but still, I mean, Mass Effect 1 and 2 were both on the 360, and were they on the PS3 or no? I don't remember.
No,
think they were.
Mass Effect.
1 and 2,
no.
1
Listen,
and 2 were on
The-
360, and then 2 was ported to the PS3.
yeah,
I
because
think, like, a
Mass
year
Effect
later.
was an Xbox exclusive at first.
Yeah. it's an
Right,
Xbox
right.
exclusive.
So yeah, I mean, it's easier. I mean, it's certainly the easiest to just put all three of them on a disc for Xbox and stuff like that. Like that's like the super easiest thing to do. And since it's already been like ported over to PlayStation 3, then all they have to do is report the first one. I mean, taking them all and then putting them onto the Wii U, I guess it is going to be a lot harder than I guess doing it on the Xbox or the other consoles. And I mean, porting it onto the PC is obviously the simplest thing in the world, since that's where the game was created for anyways. And the Xbox architecture is pretty much similar to how PC works anyways.
Yeah. Also, I'm looking it up right now. It comes out November 6th. It's
Okay.
all 3 games, and then there's bonus content.
I'm definitely going to pick that up.
Yeah, it's a
It comes out November 6th. That's interesting because it has to compete with Halo 4.
Yeah,
And Election Day, by the way.
Yeah.
And then next week is going to be Black Ops 2, so it's also got to compete with that.
No, I don't think so. Honestly, I don't think Mass Effect competes with Black Ops. People who play Black Ops aren't necessarily people who play.
Yeah, I know.
People who are going to play Call of Duty are going to play Call of Duty, but everyone's going to buy. Most people are going to buy Mass Effect.
That's true. I mean, I can see where Matt's talking about where they would have to compete with Halo 4 because they're both sci-fi sort of games.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I was just talking about on
Sci-fi.
release.
Well,
like,
yeah,
I mean,
that's what I was.
they
talking
are-
about,
they are-
but then
yeah,
I
they're
realized
both
what you were
similar.
going with.
But what I think
Yeah,
is
they're both
weird,
similar genres
what I think
to a
is
certain
weird
degree.
about making a trilogy like this, it's not like the games are spanning different systems. Like, why would I want to buy a Mass Effect 3 trilogy when almost everyone probably owns at least one of the games? This trilogy is for a very specific audience, and that's for people who still have never played the games.
Well, I mean, I have Mass Effect 1 on my Xbox. I believe I had Mass Effect 2 and I had Mass Effect 3. I'm probably going to pick up Mass Effect Trilogy just so I can play through the entire thing and just have it. You know what I mean? Just like
I
play
don't
through
know.
and get that experience, I guess you could say.
It doesn't seem like enough for me. I'd rather buy the 3 games rather than, I don't know.
Well, I mean, if you're buying all 3 games, you're spending more money.
Well,
You know what I mean?
but as of November, I'm pretty sure you can already get Mass Effect 3 for like $30 now.
I mean, as of now, it's only a week away. I mean, a month away.
Right.
So, I mean, would you rather buy all 3 games or wait a month and pay whatever, like $40?
I mean,
Which probably will be the amount it will
I'd
be.
rather just not buy Mass Effect 3 or Mass Effect at all because I think it's overrated series.
Even though it's a bit overrated, I do enjoy it. Like I didn't really like Mass Effect 1, but Mass Effect 2 was really good.
Yeah,
I'd love to replay through that.
I don't know. I don't want to waste that much time of my life playing these games.
they are fun, but no, I mean, like what you said, Jake. Yeah, there's probably a very, very small audience that's going to be really, really interested in the trilogy. Like hardcore fans probably going to buy it. Collectors probably going to buy it. Like, for instance, like the Metroid Prime trilogy, or not the Metroid Prime trilogy, but the Mass Effect trilogy, in my eyes, is similar to the Metroid Prime trilogy in that it's going to be released. Like I've owned all of the Prime games before I bought the trilogy, but like when I bought the trilogy, I don't think I had 1 or 2. I think I got rid of them. But now that I have the trilogy, I'm happy that I have it, and it's worth like I think it's like $250 now.
Yeah,
to
it
get on
is.
eBay.
That thing is expensive.
I got it
Yeah,
at a GameStop for $30.
Oh, nice.
But the thing that makes it different from Mass Effect 3 is the fact that the Metroid Prime trilogy was all ported to the Wii. So you're at least getting a different experience, and you're getting 16:9, and you're getting motion controls if you like them.
Mm-hmm.
The motion controls actually do like somewhat work actually in Metroid Prime, so they're not terrible.
That's what I've heard.
But yeah, no, I mean like, I'm probably gonna buy it just because I've never played Mass Effect 1. The only Mass Effect game I've played as of now is Mass Effect 2, and I loved it to death. I have yet to play Mass Effect 3, so it makes sense for me
So it
to
gives
just
you a
buy
reason.
it. Yeah, just for those 2 games, it gives me a reason to buy it.
Plus
Well,
the
actually,
other.
and-
Go ahead.
I mean, the thing with me is that when I found out that they were going to come out with a DLC, even though it was free, I didn't want to wait that long and then play through the entire game through Mass Effect 3 all over again just to get that new ending. So I mean, now that the new ending, well, now that the trilogy is coming out, I can kind of play through all 3 games and get that good ending. You know what I mean? And instead of like when my Mass Effect 3 game wasn't that great because I didn't have my Mass Effect 1 save or my Mass Effect 2 save. So now that I have all 3 games, I'm automatically going to have Mass Effect 1 and Mass Effect 2 saves on there. So then my Mass Effect 3 and my Mass Effect 2 playthrough will actually be even better.
Exactly, because certain stats carry over, like your money, I know, carries over from 2 to 3, I believe.
And the decisions that you make.
Yeah, all right, hey guys, we still have a lot to cover. Let's get off a game that's like 3 or 4 months old.
That's true. I was actually just going to segue from that. So let's stop talking about Mass
Everyone
Effect.
knows about Mass Effect already.
Guys, Mass Effect is awesome.
Before we move on, this is kind of moving on, but sort of saying in like HD collection, Dragon Ball Z, Budokai Tenkaichi, the fucking HD remake. I'm so excited for that. I don't know.
Wait, what are you talking about?
How did that relate anything to Mass Effect?
Yeah,
no. I said it was moving on, but we're still saying in the HD collection format.
What?
It's getting an HD. Yeah, the bad.
I thought they were doing I thought they were doing Budokai re-releases.
Yeah. I always say Budokai Tenkaichi. I don't know why.
Those are 2 different games, JT.
Budokai.
Those are 2 different games.
I know.
Okay.
But Budokai and Budokai 3. I'm so excited for this because I could bring back fighting into my household, and I can just beat the crap out of people now.
What are you talking about?
Okay. You know there's other fighting games, right?
I know, but Dragon Ball Z is like my childhood. So like I'll invite my friends out. Like I think it was maybe like 2 years ago. We played Budokai Tenkaichi 3 for a good 6 months, just competitively.
Okay.
With each other on the PS2.
Tenkaichi or Budokai?
It was Tenkaichi.
But they're different games.
But they're the same thing. They're the same concept, just different characters and stuff like that. But since I don't have a PS2 anymore and no one really has the game anymore, now we can fucking just play this on the Xbox and just be like, yo guys, come over, let's have a party. Woo!
Alright, but the question is it going to even be worth... First of all, I think it's stupid that they're not releasing all 3 games. And I'm pretty sure there's licensing issues because of that. Second of all, if there's not online play, I think it's completely pointless.
There definitely will be.
How do you know there definitely will be?
If they're making an entirely HD remake, why would they just like...
Because normally when they do HD, it's just a retexture. It's not an actual remake.
Hang on, but also, all the other Dragon Ball Z, like the recent Dragon Ball Z games, all had online play. So why not throw it on this one?
Because it's not as simple as just throwing it on.
Yeah, you can't just like add online code from one of the other games onto this one. It works.
It's not like it's not a copy and paste.
Yeah,
I know, but
it's okay, JT.
But anyways,
Pokemon Black 2, White 2, go.
Pokemon Black 2, White 2. Everyone's advertising it as the first actual sequel to a Pokemon game, which I'm really getting sick of hearing because it's not true.
It's not true.
It's Pokemon Gold and Silver.
That'd be Gold, Silver, Crystal.
Right.
But we're going back to Unova 2 years later.
Well, most of us have already played the game because of the Japanese ROM.
What's really been pissing me off for like the past, 5 days, is that it's been leaked. It's not. No, hang on. That Target has sold Black 2 and White 2 games, and probably other stores have also sold them, and it hasn't been leaked yet.
JT's complaining.
JT, we're not going to complain
about... you cannot pirate a game that's not out yet. I just want to point that out.
That's not a very professional thing to do in your podcast.
Don't care.
God, guys, I just want to steal this game so bad.
I'm buying it anyways. I'm buying it like 10 in the morning on Sunday.
10 in the morning? Whoa,
yeah,
dude.
When my GameStop opens, I'm gonna be there.
Oh man.
To get my Pokemon.
Just gonna be waiting outside the window like, open up. I'm here. I'm ready.
No.
Well, I mean, our store's doing. Oh, by the way, that's something I started working at GameStop. I don't know if that's podcast worthy.
We got a man on the inside now.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh boy.
But we're doing a midnight release for it at our store.
Oh, fuck you, dude.
Really?
I was really trying to, because I was talking to the guys over mine. I was really trying to push them to do it, and like he's like, yeah, my district manager was like, fuck that, no.
Well, the problem with the midnight release, especially of like Pokemon, is you're not going to get as many people because it's a kids game. But also, my GameStop anyway is doing a shit ton of midnight releases this October. We did one last week for Borderlands 2. We're doing one for Dishonored. We did one for NBA 2K13 or whatever.
Did you have one for Resident Evil 6?
Yeah.
Were you there for that?
No, I didn't have to work it.
That sucks.
No, it doesn't.
Midnight releases are always fun.
Not for the people working them.
No. Hang on. If it's a big game, I can understand. But like, you know, if it's like Resident Evil 6, you'll get like 10, 20 people.
No, it was a big. It was a big. It had like 50, 60
Resident
people
Evil's
there.
got a pretty.
Really?
Yeah.
Dude,
Wow.
Resident Evil's got a huge fan base still.
Oh, well, sucks for them because it sucked, apparently.
Well, we don't actually know that. The reviews are really hit and miss.
I said apparently.
I want to justify it. Gosh.
I don't know. I played the demo at least, and even from that, I wasn't too into it.
Real mature, JT. You're real mature.
Other game coming out this month is Assassin's Creed 3.
Hang on.
Mute your mic. Actually, I'll cut it out in post. Never mind.
Cut a post.
Exactly.
When we're back with more autosave.
So yeah, no, Assassin's Creed 3 is coming out at the end of March, which I'm really, really excited for. I was talking to JT a little bit about this before we actually started recording, but they just announced some DLC that's going to add on to it. I don't exactly know when it's going to come out, but if it comes out on release, I'm going to be mad.
I would be really mad too.
No, but there's some new DLC that announced that basically makes like George Washington evil, and he like succumbs to the pressure to become like a king and makes America a monarch and everything like that.
Tyrant
I know,
Washington,
holy right?
Shit, that sounds amazing.
I know, right?
Like, and honestly, I don't. That's like a kind of game I don't even want to play for the internet. I just want to be able to play that on my own. Like, I want to get it at midnight, and I just want to sit there and I'll fucking play it for like 10 hours.
Dude, okay. Honestly, this is okay for any of my fans. Halo 4 is coming on release day.
What fans?
Shut up. Halo 4 is coming on release day. I just I don't even want to record it, but at the same time I do. Like, I want to record my reaction, but like I just want to sit there and just play forever.
Yeah,
because it just looks so fucking good.
I am actually really excited for Halo 4. I mean, I feel like everyone is. Let's not even talk about it though, because we'll be talking about it plenty in November when there's. But one thing we can say the one thing that was shown off in the most recent trailer. Fucking mech suits.
Blood sweat.
Dude, right?
Mechs. Dude, oh my god. I love mechs. I've always loved mechs in games. Like, I always thought they were so cool. And I was like, what vehicles are they going to add to this game? Like, and I really hope it doesn't end up just being something stupid. But no, fucking mech suits. Like,
I still think it's funny though how like you got like a freaking beefed up Spartan inside some like 2,000 pounds of armor, and then you go and stick them in like a freaking 15-foot tall like armor suit basically. So you're just putting armor inside. It's ridiculous, but it's ridiculous when you think about it. But it's cool looking.
Another thing that I enjoy is Flood. The Flood. Okay, Matt. When you first showed me the picture of the Flood, I was like, they look weird, but they're cool. I'm kind of grown on them.
Okay, so for those of you who are listening to this, since this is an audio podcast, the picture I showed JT was a picture of a Spartan getting taken over by the Flood, and I believe this is how they're going to use their infection type game type. Instead of just sort of having a zombie spawn with a sword or whatever, they're going to turn the actual model into a sort of half Spartan, half Flood type infected thing. So it's going to look it actually does look
pretty cool.
Which
I really think is awesome. I really do like that.
Yeah, it does sound great. And I mean, I don't know about
and also the Flood have different classes.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they do.
I didn't see that.
Really cool.
Well, I don't know how I feel about that actually.
Well, it's just like how Spartans have different classes as well.
Well, no, I don't see the thing I hated most about Reach is I didn't like the fact that they added so much stuff that made it feel more like a Call of Duty game.
True.
Right.
I like Halo because I like the idea of one hero that's just a total badass, and I can't stand the idea of classes or different upgrades and shit like that. Like, I like Halo because it's just simple. You're just you're a super soldier with a bunch of weapons.
See, they kind of... I mean, I got to play Halo at PAX Prime, and the way that kind of works out is there's like... Basically, you have 5 sort of loadouts, to say the least. I mean, you can go in and customize them. Kind of. No, but you can like customize everything in them, I believe.
So it's like Reach with Call of Duty.
It kind of is more like Call of Duty in a certain way. I'm not entirely sure how it's going to work out in like real multiplayer, but from what I saw at Reach, which was very brief, honestly, I only had like a minute maybe to go through all the menus and look at things. I didn't even have time to adjust my controller settings because I got stuck with Southpaw and had no idea what I was doing. But that's a whole other story. But yeah, no. From what it looks like, though, it looks like you have like custom classes, kind of like Call of Duty. So I'm not exactly happy about that. Yeah. I mean, I'm with you, Jake. I liked the simplicity of the Halo 3 type multiplayer, where it's just, you know, you have your basic layouts. There's guns on the map. You find those. You know, if you get the power weapons, then obviously you have an advantage. I mean, but it was free game.
Right.
Now it's not really.
Yeah, but I mean, if you can spawn with a rocket launcher, what's the point?
Now it becomes more of a rock paper scissors game than just get what you can. Like original Halo multiplayer is so much fun. It's
honestly, I find 2 and 3 to be the best.
No, I'm just talking about the multiplayer though in general.
Yeah, I mean multiplayer wise, 2 and 3 is the best. Yeah. Like 2 had really good online multiplayer. 3 probably had the best.
Also, are they bringing? Have they announced if they're bringing back dual wields?
I don't know.
Because I'm pretty sure the cover of the game... Actually. I thought all the art cover had him holding 2 guns.
I'm assuming they're going to have it, yeah. I mean...
I would hope so.
I haven't seen any pictures, I don't believe, or any videos with dual wielding, but I'm assuming it's just going to be there just because it's a staple, sort of, for the main series, at least.
Well, I thought...
Reach didn't have them...
I don't know. I was going to say, yeah, because Reach didn't have it, so I wouldn't be surprised if 4 didn't have it also. I mean, same developer.
I was thinking maybe Reach didn't have it only because it was Team Noble.
That's actually, Jake, that's wrong.
What?
Reach was made by Bungie, not 343.
It was?
Yeah, it was Bungie's last Halo game.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
My mistake. I didn't like Reach, so... Oh, yeah, you're right.
I played it.
Yeah. Well, then that should be interesting, then, because I could have... That's why I thought it was so different, but that's interesting.
But also, 343 has a lot of ex-Bungie members.
That's true. 343 picked up a lot of the the ex Bungie core team or whatever you would say.
Which is good.
Has Bungie disbanded, or are they just kind of...
No, they're still around, but a lot of the people that worked on Halo just liked Halo so much that they wanted to keep working on Halo.
Yeah. Like, Bungie just moved on from Halo. They're like, alright, we're done with Halo. We're done with our trilogy.
Oh, right, they made Combat Evolved. I'm sorry. That's what I was thinking of. I was thinking of Combat Evolved. My mistake.
Wait, 343?
No, Anniversary. Anniversary.
Yeah.
Anniversary.
Sorry.
I was kind of confused there.
Yeah, they made the first one, and then they never made a game again.
But kind of moving on from Halo to Call of Duty.
No.
Just for a brief second.
No!
I watched... I watched the zombie campaign thing or whatever they had. I like the concept, and that's probably the only reason I will buy Black Ops 2 is for the zombie mode.
I refuse to buy Black Ops. Because
that was always the fun part.
I hate Black Ops. I hate Call of Duty. Can't stand it.
I play it on random. I play it on occasion when I'm really bored. But since I'll have Halo 4, I will never be bored.
There's so many games out there, I could never be bored.
See, the thing is I'm still... Like, I don't hate it, but I kind of dislike online multiplayer. Does anyone else feel that way?
I do. The only online multiplayer I enjoy is, like, when you're playing with, like, actual friends. Like, I don't like playing with just random people online.
No. When you're playing by yourself, it's really boring. But, like, let's say, like, me, you, and Maverick to go into, like, matchmaking or some shit. I'd enjoy that.
Well, yeah, I mean, I guess that's fine, too. But, like, I don't know, I kind of miss, like, the good old days of, like, split-screen multiplayer. I mean, that was a lot more fun than online multiplayer.
Quit looking at my screen!
Oh, my
God.
You don't ever hear people say that anymore.
So many memories. You don't hear that. Yeah.
I know. So it's kind of... I mean, online multiplayer, I get it. It's convenient, obviously, to connect to your friends from your each individual houses. But I do miss getting together with friends and playing games.
Yeah.
But I think online multiplayer has really, really hurt some newer games just because now a lot of the focus is on the online multiplayer and away from the single player. And I wanted to mention this to get back onto Assassin's Creed 3, considering we're talking way too much about Halo for a game that's coming out next month.
Yeah.
But, like... the reason I'm really, really excited for Halo and Assassin's Creed is because they are actually single-player focused. They do have, like, full-fledged... I mean, Assassin's Creed is going to be a full-fledged single-player game. I mean, it has multiplayer on it, but honestly...
But that's not their
there
focus.
For the single-player.
No,
exactly.
Hang on. The thing is, Assassin's Creed multiplayer is actually good.
Yeah, JT and I played it. We did a video where we played it. It was a lot of fun.
It's fun.
I like it.
When you're playing with someone, it's the best.
But Matt's point, I don't think Matt's point is that it's fun or not. The point
I understand, like, but I'm just saying it so, like, people aren't just like, man, why they hating on the multiplayer? So, like, people don't bring it in the comments being like, bro, fucking multiplayer was the best, so don't hate on it. I'm bringing it up now.
I think it's okay.
Yeah. I mean, it's fun. Online multiplayer is fun. It's good, especially in Halo and Assassin's Creed 3. They're both good for multiplayer.
It's just not. Yeah, Call of Duty makes their games just like with 30 minutes of story, and then you're supposed to play.
Oh my god.
You're supposed to play online for
6 hours of story. That's how long it took me to beat Modern Warfare 3.
Yeah, I mean that's what it is. It's like 6 hours of like the cheesiest story that's most action packed that you can get it.
And there's no completion. There's no like bonus stuff. Like Assassin's Creed 3 is probably one of the best like next gen style. Like they do such a good job like with their story and adding enough bonus content, but also not making you feel like you missed a lot out if you don't go after all the bonus content.
Right.
Mm-hmm. I can't wait for Assassin's Creed 3.
Like in Assassin's Creed 2 or in I'll use 2 as an example because it's the one that I recently played, but like throughout like the entire cities that you could go to and places you could go to, if you turned on Eagle Vision you would find like these symbols or something like that, and you could like sort of get them, and you'd get a Subject 16 puzzle. You could get the Subject 16 puzzles in Assassin's Creed Brotherhood and stuff like that, and you know it would get like if you got all of them, you'd get like a nice little video clip, and it would sort of like show you what's going on and stuff like that. It's cool stuff.
Mm-hmm. Oh, go ahead.
It made you want to like play the game more to just find everything.
Yeah, my problem though is Assassin's Creed has become a bit convoluted, like with the stuff of like building your own town and like having like a tower defense mini game and stuff like that. I kind of hope they keep that out.
That annoyed me.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of hope they don't add more. I mean, but the thing is, they did a good job of not making you do it. Like, it wasn't like the biggest deal if you just said, fuck it, I don't care about this. You could still play through the game without it. They were never like, you have to do this to continue the game, which I could never stand. Like, they did that a lot in the other Assassin's Creed games, like where you had to find a certain amount of points to move on. But I'm pretty sure they stopped that.
Wasn't that in Assassin's Creed 1?
Yeah, I think that was only in the first one.
And that's the only one I haven't played, okay.
And they cut. Well,
trust me, honestly, the first one isn't the greatest.
That's what everyone tells me. Everyone tells me to avoid the first one and just play the second one.
Okay.
I don't think to avoid it.
I wanted to go into this. You know how they're making the HD collection of Ezio's story?
Jesus Christ. What do you mean HD? Wait, what do you mean HD collection? It already is an HD.
I'm sorry. They're making a collection called the Ezio story. Basically, it's the 3 games.
Jesus Christ.
It's just going to be 2 Brotherhood and Revelations, right? It's not going to be 1.
Yeah, no, it's 2. Yeah, it's all 3 of them. But they didn't put Assassin's Creed 1 in there. 1 because it doesn't really.
Well, obviously, it doesn't.
Ezio.
Yeah, he was only born at the end of it.
They could have easily just put in Assassin's Creed 1 and just called it an Assassin's Creed collection.
Yeah.
But the reason why they didn't is because they find Assassin's Creed probably like one of their downfalls, because playing Assassin's Creed 1 and then playing Assassin's Creed 2, two entirely different games. Like combat style.
That's true, yeah. There's a lot different there, yeah.
Mission. I mean, it's kind of like,
Assassin's Creed is a good example of them doing something new with like a fresh new idea for a new IP, and then listening to the feedback and improving on it.
Yeah. I still like Assassin's Creed 1, to be completely honest, but that's just me. Probably because the reason I enjoyed when I went back to it was because I was so sick of seeing Italy. Like, honestly, like I could not stand the same setting for like 3 different games.
Yeah.
But that's just me personally.
I think out of the entire thing, I think my favorite was Brotherhood.
Revelations was my favorite just because I like the interplay between 1 and 3.
I never played Revelations because of the minigame. Like when I saw the minigame, I was like,
but you didn't have to do it, so it's not that big a deal.
JT, they only made you do the minigame once. Right. You could avoid doing it throughout the entire rest of the game if you kept your notoriety under like 50%, which was the easiest thing in the world to do.
It is, but you know, honestly, though, it is good though. Like I'll say it's a good tower defense minigame, but it just gets a little frustrating.
I think my brother still has, and I might go play it.
Yeah, definitely go play it before AC3 comes out. Because it actually does tie into like the beginning. Well, at least the end of it sort of leaves off where AC3 should pick up.
Yeah,
hopefully.
Oh my god, I'm so excited! Did you hear that they're planning on making 10 Assassin's Creed games total?
Really?
That's what I heard. That's what, like after the second one, even they said after the success of 1 and 2, we see no reason why we shouldn't make 8 or 10 more games.
See, I heard like they were gonna release one.
We got money to throw around.
But I mean, the thing that's gonna be interesting is where do you really go from the American Revolution?
That's true. I mean, you can go to like World War. I guess.
That was my next point. Is there's so many like things you can do. Honestly, I hope they do a World War II one, and I hope they do one where you can kill Nazis.
Oh, dude, that'd be sick.
And I might just be
Nazi
saying that as
zombies.
a Jew, but I honestly, that would be the coolest experience ever.
No, I'm there with you. That would be actually really, really cool.
Yeah.
Guys, first-person assassin.
No, that sounds fucking dumb.
That sounds terrible.
Well, that's kind of what that kind of
Nazi
goes nicely.
zombies, I guess.
That's what Dishonored looks like. It's a first-person assassin game.
Wait, it's first person?
Yeah.
I thought it was third person.
No, it's first person.
Huh.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, Dishonored actually comes out this month, so there we go. We can move on from Assassin's Creed to another game.
Yeah, but I don't think
It's funny, this all started with Black 2, White 2.
But none of us really know
We
much
really don't
about
know that.
Dishonored, so...
That's what I was about to say. Like, I didn't even know Dishonored was coming out this month. I've heard nothing about that game since E3.
It's coming out. People are excited. We have a shit ton of pre-orders at GameStop for it. But otherwise, I mean, I don't really think it looks too amazing. I mean, it's made by a company called Arcane Studios. And they made BioShock 2, which I personally didn't like that much.
Ugh.
They haven't really made
Rough
many
times.
games.
BioShock 2, oh god.
It's not bad at all, but it's not nearly as good
Compared
as
to the first one.
Well, you
it's
can't.
not
But the
that
problem is, the first one was so amazing and it was so new and original.
Yeah.
It was really hard for them to make a sequel to it. I feel like they should have just
Yeah.
gone straight to what they're going to in the newest game. The other game coming out is XCOM: Enemy Unknown, which is a remake of a really old '90s game. Not really old, you know what I mean? A '90s game that was it's an RTS style game. But actually, I was watching some stuff on it before we recorded. And it actually looks pretty good. My biggest complaint about it though is it's going to be $59.99 for console, but you only have to pay $49.99 for PC.
Master Race.
That's usually how it is
Yeah.
for most games.
Because publishing and licensing fees, yeah.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah, I know. Those just kill the console market for
Yeah.
game prices, at least.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So there's that, and then we could also talk about. We could transition a little bit away from new games, but we could talk about something I kind of have been wanting to talk about is all the Xbox Live Arcade games that are being ported over to Steam.
Yeah.
Okay, let's go.
And I guess I can't really say all of them because there's only been two so far.
Okay. Instead of making the broad term Xbox Live, well, not the not so broad term Xbox Live, let's burn it up and just say games in general being ported over to Steam since Final Fantasy VII has been announced to be ported over to Steam.
That's been known about for a while, though.
Oh yeah, I know that, but I'm just saying, like, let's just broaden it up.
Yeah.
And Sonic Adventure 2 HD.
Which,
or
well,
Sonic
that's
Adventure
a
2
topic
is
on
gonna
its
be ported
own.
over.
All the Sega games. Yeah, Sega's been huge, like, with the... I don't feel like people have really noticed, but almost every really great Sega Genesis game is now available on Steam for, like, $1. And now not only are they re-releasing their best games on there, like Jet Set Radio was 2 weeks ago, I believe, which
I believe it was about 2 weeks.
I like that game, but that's just me personally.
It looks really interesting. I would love to play it, though.
On it.
Yeah, I got it on Xbox Live Arcade, and I think it's really good. But like you said, Sonic Adventure 2, which I'm really surprised they're porting, but it also makes sense because Sonic Adventure is on there, and I'm super excited about Sonic Adventure 2. That's literally my favorite Sonic game, personally.
Honestly, I'm not a big Sonic fan.
I'm not either.
So it kind of I barely played like anything of Sonic.
Right, the only game I ever played as a kid was Sonic 2 every now and then at a friend's house. But the only game I ever actually owned and played all the way through was Sonic Adventure 2 Battle on the GameCube.
Yeah. I mean,
I grew up with it. I'm
Yeah.
a fanboy.
When
Not gonna lie.
I was a kid, I don't really remember what games I played.
I do.
But
That's
now
the
that
thing.
I'm-
As a kid, though, that's like the definitive game of my childhood was Sonic 3.
Everyone when they were a kid, they either played Mario or Sonic. I don't remember playing Mario or Sonic. I remember playing Pokemon. I don't remember playing Zelda. I don't think I ever played Zelda until now. Just other games that people were just like, I grew up on Mario and bullshit. I'm just like, I played like Mario Kart. That was really it. I don't know, and I just feel like now I get to experience all of it. I'm just like, yeah.
Anyway, enough of JT's memorying.
All right.
So yeah, back to
Dick.
the XBLA ports or ports to Steam.
Right, so the two games that just recently did are Castle Crashers, which came out 2 years ago?
Yay! I'm so happy for that one,
I
actually.
think it was 3.
3 years ago? It was like the first Xbox Live Arcade, like really big Xbox Live Arcade game.
Yeah, hang on, I'll look it up.
There's that, and then just recently, 30-minute or half-minute Hero, which is a pretty cool RPG game with a interesting twist to it. But I don't really understand why it got ported. It seemed kind of like a random port, but it's $9.99. Same Castle Crashers is $14.99. It's a fun game though. I like it. personally. And Bit Trip Core just got ported. Technically, it got ported over from the Wii. Back when there were back when the WiiWare was happening. It bums me out because that's something we could talk about. WiiWare was originally really great, and Virtual Console was really great, but then they just kind of dropped it completely.
Well, see, the problem with it was they had so many limitations. Like, I've read that they had literally a 40 megabyte limit for WiiWare.
That's what I've heard.
Which, I mean, it makes sense because there was no memory on the Wii to begin with.
4 years old?
Yeah, it's close to 4 years old. I know that. But anyway, came
out August 27th, 2008.
Also, I heard that Nintendo's, I've read somewhere that Nintendo was really difficult to get games past.
Right.
But
that could be true, but I do hear that they're trying to change that with the Wii U and
I read
make it more independent friendly.
I read an article saying how it was going to have even better accessibility than Xbox Live Arcade and
that's good.
PSN.
Because the stupid thing about Xbox Live is that they charge you... I mean, you get one update to your game for free, and then every one after that, they charge you some absurd amount.
The game Fez had a really horrible issue with that, where they had some problems with it, and I knew that, and I recognized that when I played it. And so they came out with an update, but the update totally fucked up the game. Like, bad. Like, it would shut down people's Xboxes, like, break them. And all they could do was tell Xbox to Microsoft to get rid of the update, but to put another update in would cost them more than they had made for the game. And they sold over 1 million copies of Fez.
That's ridiculous.
So yeah, no, I don't know what's up with that, but that doesn't seem right to me at all. I mean, with Steam, Steam seriously seems to be the way to go for an indie for any developer, really. I love Steam.
Especially now with Greenlight, it's perfect.
Yeah, I mean, Greenlight has had 10 games that have been successful. Last time we did the podcast, we were just talking about Greenlight in general. The only game that actually come out officially though was McPixel, which personally I loved. I did a video.
Yeah, that's a good game. It's quirky. I like it.
Yeah, and then there's also Black Mesa Source. My other issue though is some of the games that got passed through kind of suck. I mean, they a couple mods. I feel like it's a little odd when you have mods in the Greenlight.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I love mods, especially Half-Life mods. They're really good, and most of them are their own full games. But it also seems a little cheap. This is it cheaps the people out on the experience. Okay, cool. I voted for this, but it's not it's a new game. It's just a mod. But I mean, Black Mesa Source is fantastic. But then they also have that. I think it's called Cry of Fear. To add.
Yeah, I think I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, to add to the never-ending success of horror games. Actually, there's a game called Routine, which is a more indie version of Dead Space. And I actually emailed the developers asking for a review copy, and they said, "Hey, thanks for the nice words and the help on Greenlight. And yeah, sure, no problem. We'll send you a review copy as soon as we're in a." They said, I think the end of the month they're giving review copies.
Nice.
So
cool.
Cool beans,
I'm excited for it.
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Keep going. Oh, okay. Another thing that Steam's doing, though, is their software that they just launched, which is actually a lot focused on game development, or I guess you could say game development and maybe art.
I think, yeah, art in general does kind of have you do need a Photoshop-style program to design a game.
Right.
I mean, I feel the reason why they did this with Greenlight, Greenlight coming out first and then doing this, is mainly, to help people trying to get started on game development, for one.
Yeah.
Probably.
Right. Yep.
And also the fact that now people that seeing Greenlight, they're I have a pretty good idea for a game.
Mm-hmm.
I'll go buy this, put in all the money for it, and maybe I'll make money off Greenlight.
Yeah.
So exactly, Steam, it's just encouraging indie development. I think that's a great thing.
Which is good. That's what Steam is. Steam is literally indie development. Xbox, even though Xbox does have that indie section.
Yeah, but no one takes it seriously.
Exactly.
Actually, there are some. It makes me sad because there are some really, really good games on it that I wish more people would play.
I've seen a couple of good ones, but I just if I'm looking for an indie game, I'll go to Steam.
Oh yeah,
I'm not gonna go to Xbox.
Yeah,
I'll go to Google.
But yeah, no, you can get a Game Maker Studio Master Collection for $450, which for some people that sounds expensive, but that's actually a really good price.
Yeah.
And isn't it 10% off too?
Yeah, it's 10. Yeah, if you get it bundled, it's 10% off.
There you go.
Until the 9th. But I'm really excited, and also they allow you to make games for iOS, Android, and just general Windows 7. So it's not like you're tied to just Greenlight or just Steam Workshop. You can take the game you make; it's yours. It's not tied to Valve or in any way.
Right. Yeah.
But then there's also Source Filmmaker. They do include.
Yep. Which is obviously a machinimating tool, I guess you could say, or a 3D animator tool.
Yeah.
I've dabbled around with it a bit. It's enjoyable. I plan on using it to some degree for future Let's Play projects, making sort of introductory cinematics for it.
Yeah,
and stuff
actually,
like that. I think it'll be really cool.
I finally got to play with Source Filmmaker, and it's really fun, but it's also a little weird. It's nothing like what I expected. It's
right.
very odd. You're not doing a lot of model posing or anything like that. I mean, you do, but you don't. A lot of it you can just do in game. You actually can play Team Fortress 2 and record it. Which
that's what makes it awesome. It makes it a lot more streamlined.
Yeah, very. You don't have to. It's not like keyframe arm moving for 100 frames just to get one small arm move. They did a very good job of making it user friendly.
Right. Yeah.
We should probably move on. I mean, I can't really think of any other new games coming out.
I have a sort of topic that I think was announced this week.
Okay.
The fact that 3DS... Actually, no, Nintendo Direct was, I think, today.
Oh, the DLC
3DS.
levels?
What?
Oh, I thought we were going to talk about the DLC Mario levels.
There's DLC Mario levels?
Yeah.
We can talk about those, actually.
I'm sure Matt
Let's talk about them, because I didn't know about this.
Yeah, they announced it 2 days ago. There's new DLC for New Super Mario Bros. 2.
It's actually on the eShop right now.
Yeah, it just came out. And I played it, and I like it, personally.
Wait, were they free?
No, they were $2.50 each.
Or you can get them all for $7, something like that.
That doesn't save you any money.
Okay, then that's not right. I think it's all of them for $5 or $6.
Yeah, the bundle doesn't save you any money from buying them separately. I know that much.
Yeah.
Yes, it does.
No, I looked. It doesn't.
If they're $2.50, oh, okay. I thought it was.
What
I thought it was
wanted to
bundled
talk
price.
about.
Maybe they're not $2.50. I don't know how much they are.
Okay.
What I mainly wanted to talk about was how Nintendo Direct was sometime this week. I'm not sure. It was next week. I don't know.
There was one today. There was a mini one today.
The 3DS one, right?
What are you talking about? Just talk. Just go.
The fact that GBA games are finally going to be coming out for the 3DS.
Oh yeah, I heard
people
that too.
believe. They're thinking that it's going to be announced in Nintendo Direct because something was leaked in Europe or some shit, and it was Mario. What games were they?
Oh,
or
it was
some shit.
No. Yeah, I know what he's talking about now. He actually just reminded me.
Because I was talking to him last night.
So yeah, they announced they were thinking about bringing some GBA titles onto the I guess 3DS Virtual Console, and they had Mario Ball, which is a game I've never heard of before.
It's weird. It's a weird game. It's a pinball game. I played it.
Okay, and they had Mario Tennis for the GBA, and then Superstar Saga.
Yeah.
So Superstar Saga is obviously the best one of that list, in my opinion. Sorry, but to go back to the DLC, yeah, they're $2.50 each, and the bundle is $7.50. So there's absolutely no saving.
Yeah, what the wait, how many are there? 3?
There's 3, yeah.
Okay. That's retarded then.
I don't know. I personally, I mean, it's not like this is news though. Everyone knew that eventually GBA games were coming, just no one knew when.
Right.
Oh yeah. It's gonna be the same thing with the Wii U. How everyone thinks that GameCube games are coming, they're gonna take. I don't know.
I really hope they don't though. It's in their best interest not to. I don't know.
But
doesn't it seem like no-brainer?
I mean, it does seem like a no-brainer though, because the Wii was already backwards compatible. So now that the Wii U is backwards compatible with the Wii only, it'd be smart for them to just throw on GameCube games now.
Right. Well, and GameCube games get harder and harder to find.
That's true.
And games like Mario Sunshine still cost like $15 or more.
That's true. See, the thing, yeah. Well, that actually brings up another point though. But the thing I was about to say though is, the only reason I see them not doing it is because of the fact that the Wii U still uses a lot of the controllers and everything from the Wii. So maybe Nintendo expects everyone to already have a Wii, and since that's already backwards compatible with the GameCube, they
not
just
all of
won't
them.
do again. I know. Not a lot of people. I mean, a lot of people probably own a Wii, and I mean, people might even sell their Wii to get the Wii U. I mean, but still, a lot of people who are just gonna they might have a Wii and a Wii U. So they might not think it's necessary to add GameCube support, but I mean, it'd be a nice thing to add. But then as well as on the flip side of that is if they do add GameCube support, what are the prices going to be? Because Nintendo likes to charge out the butt for their first-party titles.
I mean, if you look at Xbox, I'm going to use Xbox as an example. If you look at Xbox, how they do Xbox 360 titles,
that's true. They're all the same.
Hell out of that.
But if you look at their Xbox original titles, they're typically pretty cheap. I mean, they ask like.
Well, yeah, but yes, I get what you're talking about there. But when you look at an Xbox 360 title that's been out for at least like Hitman Blood Money, I was looking at that because I was interested in that game. It was like $30 or like $20.
Well, do you really you understand how that works? They can't charge less than they can. Like that's the price it costs. The thing about stores can take a loss for video games because the idea is that you can make a game cheaper. You'll still owe Microsoft or whoever the same amount of money per month or however much they pay for it. But the idea is to get them into your store to buy that discounted game, so they'll also buy like food for that week because they're already there, or they might buy another game, or they might buy other shit. The whole idea of discounting has nothing to do with you or the game. Stores that discount their items are only doing it so that you'll come into their store and buy other shit.
Exactly.
That's how it works. That's why Microsoft can't do that because that's just not how it works on a digital platform. Steam, on the other hand, I don't know how Steam does it. Steam is fucking amazing. Steam does it too, though. Steam does that also in a way. I mean, they'll discount a game, and normally, me personally, if they discount more than one game at a time, I'll probably buy like several games.
Yeah, depending on what game.
Yeah, I mean, like right now, they're doing their THQ Publisher Weekend, and they're putting out all their game, like a bunch of their games for 50 to 75% off.
They have to get like they obviously have to get like the publisher's permission.
Well, yeah.
Like, hey, bro, can we put your games on sale?
But I mean, there's been at least 5 times that Saints Row the Third has been only like $14.99.
I know,
and that never happens in a store.
Wait, is this the weekend deal or is this the midweek?
It's a weekend deal.
Okay, cool.
And that's the best thing about Steam too, is that there's discounts like all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, anyways, you guys done with that? You want to move on to something else?
Yeah, I don't even know. I don't even know what that was. I guess I could just say this is something I more or less thought it was important. Indie Game the movie is now on Netflix. It's also 50% off if you have a coupon. I don't remember what the coupon is though now. I think if you go online and they say it on their website. But Indie Game,
you have to buy it from Netflix?
No. I mean, like if you don't have Netflix and you buy it from their website. I'm sorry.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
It's a really, really great film about the making of Super Meat Boy, Fez, and it's not the making of Braid, it's post-Braid.
Yeah, post-Braid. Showing...
Post-successful indie game.
It's post, and then also explanation of during and pre.
Yeah. So,
because he does explain how it affected him.
And in my opinion, as a film major, and Matt, you watched it too, didn't you? I sent it to you.
Yeah, we've all seen it.
Okay, as a film major, and I'm sure Matt will agree with me, and I know JT has a lot of interest in film as well, it is probably one of the best film documentaries I've seen in a long time.
Definitely. I can agree. It's like documentaries you think are just boring. This one was actually, it kept my interest.
They were really smart about it because they know what their audience is. They know, okay, we're making a documentary about video games. We know our audience isn't going to want to watch, someone code for 10 hours or have like these really boring interviews. And it's funny because originally the movie was just vignette pieces of like 50 different developers just talking for a little bit and then moving on. But the people they ended up with, Team Meat, Phil Fish and Jonathan Blow, had such interesting stories and such interesting reactions and were just general interesting people. And not only that, but it was just shot so beautifully. And there's a lot about like the internet's there was a lot of, I thought there was a big statement on how gaming has changed just because of websites like YouTube and Let's Players and game reviewers like Giant Bomb and just us people in general. And it's just a really interesting experience to see what an indie developer goes through when they make a game. So I totally recommend it. So if you have Instant Queue Netflix, you can get it, and you definitely should.
Like the thing I liked about it the most about it though is that like it was shot in a way that it was put together in a way where you actually like sort of felt like connections with those people. Like, I mean, I felt like honestly bad for like the creator of Fez, for all the crap he had to go through just to get his game, from that jerk that screwed him over, and that lawsuit and everything that he went through. Like, I genuinely felt bad for him, and all the work that he's trying to do just to make his game. I mean, it was just such a struggle for him. It was cool though.
Do you want to hear a really bad review of the movie? A review that someone gave it. A bunch of freaks and geeks from the Everyone Wins generation, telling everyone how wonderful they all are because they copy something created in the 90s at Nintendo and add a weird freaky twist to it and call it art. This idea is that because the technology was handed to them first generation without them needing to work for it, somehow that makes them special, not the actual inventors. No, what a load. These people talk about actual meaningful work like they are above it and that only the dumb people work, but they are special. They are too smart and artful for the menial work stuff. What a sad commentary on today's spoiled beyond belief youth.
Totally, because during the entire movie they were talking about how poor they were.
I know, everyone was talking about how terrible their childhood is. Oh my god.
Was that on Rotten Tomatoes?
What?
Was that review on Rotten Tomatoes?
No, it's on Netflix. Everyone, I think it's funny we were talking about this. Everyone else says it's really, really good. That was like the only guy that said anything bad about it.
There's always just that one guy.
He's like, fuck you guys, I'm being that guy.
Yeah, seriously, Jesus Christ. Anyway, it was a really great documentary, and I really recommend everyone. Actually, I got to see the screening of it when it came to Chicago on its original tour, and I got to talk to the filmmakers, and they were really great people. This is like their first film. It was a Kickstarter film.
Really?
Oh, yeah,
I do remember.
I actually do remember that now. Yeah.
Yeah, this was pre $3 million Double Fine. Which that is
Kickstarter has turned into a joke, man. It's ridiculous.
How is Double Fine doing on their new game? By the
fantastic. Okay, yeah, I mean I can't say too much about it because I am a backer, but I have access to their private backer forum, and they've been releasing these documentary parts.
How's it going?
It looks like it's going really, really well. Yeah, it's really fun to watch them develop this game. They haven't said too much about it. They're trying to keep it a secret, I guess, but there also is a public forum now that you can check out. I don't know exactly how much is available, but yeah, the documentary itself that they're putting together, like following them develop the game, is really, really good.
Yeah. But going on what you said before, is how like we as gamers and YouTubers and video makers really do affect how games work or like how games are sold and stuff like that is honestly like very true because us as Let's Players, we put games out. Many times I've watched people before do a Let's Play of a game that I never heard of. Yeah. I was just like, dude, that game looks amazing. I gotta go buy that game. Or like, like Jake, you do reviews now. Mm-hmm. Or like you've started doing them more often. Yeah. I mean, there was plenty of times where I've seen you do a game. I was like, I kind of want that. Like McPixel. Yeah. I sort of want to get it. But I don't have money.
You can get it for the Pirate Bay. They put it on the Pirate Bay. Oh. The developers did.
Okay. I was just about to say, you just yelled at me before for looking for.
No, it was a big deal. No, it was a big deal. The developer of McPixel found out that people were putting the game on the Pirate Bay, and he said, "Look, guys, if you really want to steal this game that bad, I just want you to play it. Here's an actual copy of the game. Make sure people get something legit."
Right. Yeah.
What a nice guy.
Edmund McMillan said the same thing. Edmund said he doesn't give a fuck if you pirate his games. He just wants everyone to play them.
Oh yeah, definitely.
He came forward. He said that several times in interviews.
I think that's cool, but then kind of sad at the same time.
It's sad that you even have to say it. Like I understand. Honestly, I totally understand AAA titles being pirated because they're overpriced. They're normally not that good, and they're just not that good. But like indie games, I always get like I saw FTL on the Pirate Bay the other day, and I was just really bummed. I'm like, this is such a good game. It's only $9.99. Why are you pirating it? But a lot of people do say that they only pirate it just to give it a real honest try, because not all these games get demos.
That's true.
And I do believe that sometimes.
Not even to lie, I might do that just to try it out.
It's so easy though to download it illegally and then decide, well, I already have it.
Yeah, I know. Why should I spend the money now? I mean,
see, but the thing is not everyone has $10 to throw around at a random game.
Right.
I mean, if I were thinking about buying Resident Evil 6, I'd honestly just go play the demo real quick and be like, all right, I kind of like this game, I kind of don't.
Right.
And I didn't like it.
Actually, something about demos in general.
That's another thing, though.
Oh, go ahead.
Sorry, go ahead.
I wanted to make a statement. Well, I was going to kind of go off on another tangent. If you want to say something about what he was saying, go ahead.
Just real quick, I wanted to say like that. I mean, I think you should just have demos for your games. Like JT does bring up a good point. A lot of games don't have demos, and that might actually be a problem. Like I think if you had the chance to play the game and try it out, it gives you a better perspective on if you would buy it or not.
Totally.
I mean, like pirating a game isn't exactly like a loss of sale. Like just because someone pirates your game doesn't mean they were gonna buy it in the first place. They just wanted to try it out, and if they hated it, then they're not gonna buy it. If they liked it, they might buy it. So I mean. There's never. I hate that argument that we lost money.
Most studies on piracy have shown that if anything, piracy has helped sales. That like
just says YouTube ads.
Almost every published like study I've seen. I mean, not every, but every realistic release on pirating and how it affects almost always points to it does not cost anyone money. If anything, it helps sales. From what I've heard and read.
Mm-hmm.
But what I was going to say, speaking of demos, this is something I've always felt. In my opinion, the worst thing about demos, always, is the fact that even when you play a demo, you're always playing like the beginning of the game.
Oh my god, I know exactly
I feel like developers should make a separate thing completely just for demo.
Or not even, but when you download the demo, you just have a save file that comes with the demo where you're like halfway through the game or something like that.
Yeah.
Like that can't be that hard to do.
No, I know. Because I can't stand when I play a demo and it's just like a bunch of tutorials and then that's it.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't like that. I always felt like they should just add a little bit of an extra like 20, 30 minute like here's the basic nutshell of the game. Here's like the game once you unlock more and are in a more not necessarily difficult but advanced part of the game.
Yeah, they're just like all right, so we got majority of the game done. Hey, let's take the first 20 minutes of the game and just throw it in, call it a demo.
Right. I just think that's careless.
That's basically it.
And I really can't think of any time I've ever played a demo that was set up in a way that was anything more. What I think they should do with demos, maybe even too, is just let people play the game till they're done. Like, just, not till they're done, but like, you can play it once. You could play the demo one time. And you could play, maybe not all the way to the end, because then people will just leave their systems on.
Right, yeah, I was just about to say that.
But just give someone, like, and even maybe just an hour-long timer. You have an hour to play as much of the game as you want and can.
Well, actually,
bro.
I think OnLive has, like, a similar service to that, actually.
What's OnLive?
Like, if you pay... It's the cloud gaming service,
I'm kidding.
That stream the game to, like, computers or devices that aren't powerful enough to play them and stuff like that.
I'm kidding.
I think I think they have a service to, like, that, actually. Like, if you buy your subscription to OnLive and stuff like that, you can download any game, or you can demo any game on there for exactly 1 hour, and you can just play it.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's actually a cool concept, because I think that works out really well. I mean, OnLive, like, their subscription, I don't think it's that expensive. I think it's similar to Netflix subscription costs. But, I mean...
It's $9.99 a month.
Yes. So, I mean, it might even be worth it just for that feature alone if you're interested... I mean, if you're interested in a lot of games. But, I mean, maybe not if you're only interested in, like, maybe one or two. You know,
yeah, but it's OnLive.
That's true.
I don't like OnLive. I don't like GameFly. I don't like any of that stuff. Never heard of.
I always begged my parents when I was younger to be like, yo, guys, can we just get GameFly? Because it was just like... In my head, it made sense because, like, what if I didn't want to buy the fucking game?
When I was younger, I would just rent games from Blockbuster.
Well, see,
and then they went bankrupt.
I used to be able to do that until my Hollywood Video, my old video rental place, got bought out. And then my parents were like, nope, we're not going to use Blockbuster because they fucked up things with movies, so nope, we can't rent games. So I was like...
I don't know, renting games got ruined when cartridges stopped being made because there's nothing worse than renting a game that's scratched to hell.
That's true, yeah.
I could tell you that from having worked at Blockbuster back when it was still around.
Like last year.
Yeah. Alright, anything else? I mean,
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Sorry. No, go ahead.
No, I was just gonna ask if anything else on this topic.
Yeah, I was about to say we're pretty much running low. We don't really have any other topics to talk about, so we can begin.
I actually do.
Shut up, JT.
I do.
All right, let's hear him out. Let's hear him out.
Okay. This is gonna make Jake angry. We can talk about Kingdom Hearts HD.
Why? It's so fucking dumb.
Hang on, but it hasn't even been announced that it was gonna be coming out in America, which
It probably
makes me
won't.
very angry.
It probably won't.
I know we already had this discussion, but honestly, I'm excited about it because since it's an HD remake, they're probably that means that they're gonna be hinting. They're like 3 now. Like there's gonna be an end thing, and there's gonna be a secret ending, and then it's gonna be like, oh my god, here's 3's trailer. Have fun, and then you're gonna be like,
I don't think so.
Wasn't there already like a secret ending at the end of 2 that was supposed to hint to 3?
Yeah.
no, that was hinting the Birth by Sleep.
Okay, then what was the one at Birth by Sleep?
Because he's a dream drop distance.
Probably, actually. I think it was Dream Drop Distance, yeah.
Okay, then what did Dream Drop Distance ending?
Nothing.
It hinted that one hinted towards 3.
Okay, then why would this other one hint towards? Okay, you want to know why I think...
No, it's gonna add more
Listen
into
to me.
it.
Do you want to know why I think it's fucking stupid that they're releasing 1.5? Because they're not actually... They're being lazy about it, first of all. They're not actually doing
they're
a
not even
port
putting
of...
2.
They're not doing
I
an
agree.
import of... They're not doing a port of 358 days over tube. They're just doing the cutscenes, which honestly I think is dumb. Honestly, in my opinion, this Kingdom Hearts story really isn't that good. And I feel like if you just sit and watch a bunch of cutscenes, most people will probably realize that. Yeah. Second of all, 1 also wasn't that good. And just making an HD remake is stupid because it's an HD texture, which barely even looks HD.
I know what you mean.
I've never seen an HD remake where I'm like, wow, this looks really good. Never.
What about Halo C Anniversary?
1.
How'd you feel about that one?
Really
Oh,
good.
I actually didn't play it, so...
Oh, okay.
Okay, that is probably the only HD
Well, the smart
remake.
thing they did with that, though, I
That
mean,
was
I know
pretty
this
good.
much. The really smart thing they did with the HD remake of Halo 1 was they let you switch between the original and the new one. That was genius.
Because I was playing it the other day, and I was it was like the 3rd level, and like I was switching between them, and I was like at this like big pedestal thing. And I was like, I wonder what this looks. Everything looks so much smaller and so less detailed.
I think I'm gonna go borrow it from Blockbuster. From GameStop because
Dude, Jake,
I've been wanting to play
can
it.
we play that?
Maybe.
Because I've been trying to find someone to play it.
Yeah, I know you haven't shut up about it.
I'm not even talking about let's play it. I just want to fucking play it
I know.
co-op.
I want to play it too. We never talked about the Mario DLC. We kind of talked about it. We're going to. We never did.
Oh, yeah, real quick,
yeah.
I just want to mention something about the Kingdom Hearts HD thing. If they do bring it to America, since I've never played a Kingdom Hearts game before, I might actually play it out. Like, I mean, I've been, like, set against Kingdom Hearts. I'm just like, no, Disney, no.
Matt, I don't think you'd like it, to be honest.
I probably won't.
Are you into like action RPGs?
Matt's
kind
not,
of, yeah,
but he's not really into RPGs anyway, though.
I don't like, I mean, I don't like RPGs in general, but, like, if I had to play an RPG, it would be an action RPG. That's what I would play.
Yeah, I don't think you'd like I don't think you're gonna like the story.
Wait,
Probably not.
hang on. Are you into Final Fantasy?
No.
Okay, neither am I, but I still love Kingdom Hearts.
What does that have to do with anything, then?
I don't know. Usually, people that like Final Fantasy like Kingdom Hearts too.
I don't know. It's interesting. I'll have to explore that genre. Well, or explore that facet of that genre.
Also, do you have a PS2?
No, I don't.
You have a PS3 compatible.
No, see, that's the thing. I've never owned a Sony
PS3
console.
Slim. The PS3 Slimmer Slim.
The Slimmer Slim, yes.
Oh my god,
Yeah.
that is the stupidest thing ever.
Actually, we had a
Why
lot. We had a
would
lot
they
of
do
people come into GameStop and buy them, like trade their old ones in.
Why?
Did you guys have a promotion for it though?
What is the point?
Double credit. Like you get twice the amount for the PS3,
I
Okay.
get that.
which is only
But
$140
why fucking do it?
though.
Really? Dang.
Yeah,
Wait,
this
really?
yeah. But yeah,
Jake, now I could just I could just ask you what like the trading value of my games are now. That's great.
it'll probably be under $5.
Probably.
Probably.
But yeah, the Slimmer Slim, which I think, and I think the other thing they did was really dumb is they included Uncharted 3. And I think it's dumb because anyone that's going to be buying first of all, I think it's dumb to be releasing the 3rd game of a trilogy. Like, because if someone already owns a PS3, they already own all the Uncharted games. Mm-hmm. If they don't own the Uncharted games, they probably never played 1 or 2.
Mm-hmm.
So why include the 3rd one?
Honestly, the
the only reason why I might be buying a PS3 is just for HD collection.
I'm going to get the PS3, but I'm going to get the original backwards compatible one because I hate the fact that Sony decided, hey, we can resell all these PS2 games for full price, just bundled in HD, just so you know, I air quoted. And the only way we can make sure people buy it is by not letting them play their PS2 games.
Yeah, that was a stupid thing.
I mean,
I disagree with that entirely.
I would buy a backwards compatible one if it was available like near me at a GameStop.
What if Nintendo does HD remakes on the Wii U?
Could be interesting. What would they remake though?
Mario Sunshine?
What would they remake? No,
like that, they would be there. I mean, it'd be pointless to remake anything on the GameCube. Let's just put it out that way. It would be completely pointless. Like the GameCube generation or the GameCube console in general was like, I don't want to say that generation is like the epitome of like when games like got realistic enough or got to the point where they looked real enough, I guess you could say. But
yeah, because see, I can't imagine Mario in HD. I can't even imagine. Like you played Mario U, right?
What I see as the remake console is 3DS, because we already have the OOT remake.
Ocarina of Time, just for
those. For those of you who don't talk like an idiot.
And they hinted towards A Link to the Past or a Majora's Mask remake.
No, they didn't. No,
I would love a Majora's Mask remake.
No, they didn't.
Literally,
no. They didn't hint at it. They said
they talked about it.
Well, yeah, because people asked for it, and it's gonna. And of course, it's gonna happen when you do a re-release of one game. Everyone's gonna want the re-release of the sequel.
Yeah, but it's honestly, I think they're gonna do A Link to the Past.
Why would they do that?
But why?
That makes no sense. That generation of gaming is so old now.
Well, not only like the generation of gaming, it's a complete different. It's not even like a 3. It's a top down like 16-bit game.
It wouldn't be it wouldn't be 3D.
What could you do? Just change the sprites?
It'd be stupid.
There would be literally no point.
And what they said on Majora's Mask is they said before they do anything else with the Zelda series, they're making an original 3DS game.
Exactly.
So I sincerely doubt that they're going to make a Majora's Mask remake and then a Link to the Past remake.
I just realized this call is still called Auto Shave.
Well, that's because that's what this is, the Auto Shave podcast.
I can't wait for No Shade November.
But Mario DLC levels.
There you go. Let's talk about it.
Because I want to talk about it because I think it's a big deal. It's a big deal. The fact that they're releasing DLC stages on a Mario game.
Paid DLC.
Huh?
For that matter. Paid DLC for that matter.
Right, yeah. Stuff you have to pay for. And this isn't the first DLC the 3DS has had. They also had DLC for Final Fantasy Theater Rhythm, which I think was kind of bullshit, but at the same time, the game, I mean, it's not like it wasn't like you needed to get it to have a complete feel, like to feel like you actually completed the game. But the Mario one, it's 3 new coin rush modes, or stages. It's not actual levels. It's just coin rush mode. And the only one that really interests me is the Nervous pack, which is basically which is basically Kaizo, New Super Mario Kaizo 2. That looks interesting to me because I always felt like Mario always knew, like Nintendo always knew that there was a lot that people put a lot of challenge into Mario games and like speedrunning them or making ROM hacks of them. And I feel like this is the first time they've ever actually noticed it and been like, okay, we're going to give you something that's actually already really, really challenging.
Yeah, like they're acknowledging that the fan base is there and they're making something specifically for that fan base.
And I think the inclusion of speedrunning in Super Mario Bros. 2, New Super Mario Bros. 2, which, in my opinion, this is the first game that's really been tailored to speedrunning. I did a speedrun of this game. I think I beat it in an hour and a half the other day.
The entire game?
Yeah. What?
Sorry. No, it's just because I already hate the game, so...
I know you do, but you never played it.
That's true. I've played a little bit of it, but still.
I've played both.
I love it.
I prefer 3D Land.
Oh, I hate 3D Land. 3D Land's a completely different game.
I prefer it.
I'm not going to lie, Jake. I've been playing a lot of 3D. I like 3D Land a lot more than I should. And I think it's because like I expected to absolutely hate 3D Land.
Oh, yeah, no, because I didn't absolutely hate it either. And it's looking back more, though, and I just feel like it was such a generic Mario game. There's no theming to it. The camera's in an awkward position. The stages
there are
feel
definitely
very
things I don't
weird.
like about it.
I just don't. I'd prefer an actual game like Mario Galaxy or Mario Sunshine. Like I'd like an overall theme to my game like that.
I think okay, like 3D lens, like you mentioned the camera angle constantly changing and stuff like that. Like I don't like that about the game a lot.
Yeah, I don't like
I've
the
literally
camera.
died because I didn't know where exactly I was in like the 3-dimensional space. And a lot of the times I kind of wish that when the camera was looking at 2D, it would lock you into 2D.
Yeah,
Like instead of being able to walk back and forth and accidentally like fall off a cliff or something like that.
Also,
because you couldn't see where you were going.
Also, the game is very, very slow. I feel like Mario moves incredibly slow, which I hate about it.
Yeah, I mean, they did kind of slow everything down a little bit, and they focused way too much on the Tanuki Leaf, and they give out power-ups. It's so simplistic and easy. It's like, the thing, alright, 3D Land is literally the perfect 3D Mario formula for the 3DS.
Yes.
Because it's the most perfected, simplistic Mario 3-dimensional game that you could put on the 3DS without putting, like, minimal effort into it. That's what it is.
I agree. It's still a great game, though, and it looks fantastic. The graphics in the game are amazing.
And I actually like it, except I've just gotten to the special worlds, and it's pretty much like a lot of the special worlds are main other world level, like the real world levels are sort of reused, and that kind of bothered me. I was like, oh man.
Yeah, I'm just curious. I really hope they make an actual. I'm curious as to what they're going to do in 3D realm of the Wii U. Like we all know that new Super Mario Brothers U coming out. We could debate about that forever, but I really hope that they at least at E3 next year and not like at least tease or announce what the next 3D Mario game is. And if it's a sequel of Sunshine or a sequel of Galaxy, I'm gonna be so pissed off.
I didn't like Sunshine.
I
loved Galaxy 1.
I didn't like I like Galaxy 2, but it really just felt like DLC to me.
True, yeah. I mean, I liked Galaxy 2 too, but I liked Galaxy 1 a lot more.
Right.
I felt Sunshine was too slippery. I don't know.
Well, that's kind of the theme though behind it.
I guess, but like I felt like it was.
I love Sunshine, but
I don't want to say it was unplayable without the FUD, but it made it a lot harder.
Yeah. Oh, like the platforming sequences without it. Yeah, definitely. Yeah. But yeah, no, I just feel like the DLC is cool, but I also find it very odd that they're putting DLC into a Mario game. And I think it's not the greatest DLC. I think they should have done New Worlds.
Yeah, I could agree
DLC.
with you there. The thing that kind of annoys me about the DLC is that I'm gonna go back to the modding scene for New Super Mario Bros. 1. Is that they made a level editor for New Super Mario Bros. 1 like shortly after the game was released, and you could literally just make your own levels, make an entirely new game for that matter.
Yeah.
And like a few minutes with it, and it's not hard, I guess you could say, then to make those level packs.
Right. Oh no, not at all. Actually, it would have been really cool if they would have made a level editor for everyone to... Like, if Nintendo came out with an official level editor, but that would never happen.
Exactly. That's what I think they should have done. Like, if they made a way for users to submit levels, that would, like, blow the whole entire community, like, wide open.
Well, you can see the popularity right now, especially, of user-generated content. I mean, look at, like, the stuff... Like, McPixel, especially, because a lot of that's user-based content.
Is it really?
Yeah, you can make your own levels and you can put them in, and that's why people like PewDiePie and OMG Fkata have been Let's Playing them, because there's just a never-ending stream of levels. But then recently, well, you know, something I find interesting. Do you remember WarioWare DIY? It was basically a game where you can make your own WarioWare games, and it's still pretty popular.
Yeah, that's true.
But
I remember that.
But then also the mass popularity of Happy Wheels, because it's all user-generated content. Minecraft is user-generated content. Like, I really feel like Nintendo needs to realize the popularity of this, and they need to do something with Mario levels. Even if they just made, like... Even if they just made a classic Mario platformer, like Mario 1 style platformer, and said, here's this really old game, but guess what? We're also going to include a level editor in this, and you can upload your own Mario levels to the internet, and you can play other people's. That would sell, I guarantee that would sell so well. You can make the most basic platforming Mario game, include a level editor, make it like $15 on the eShop, and it would sell unbelievably well.
Well, okay, see, that's the thing, though. I don't know if a level editor on the system itself would really work. It would be clunky as crap.
I think
it would take a lot of work.
I think they could make it easy enough, just with the bottom touchscreen.
I guess, but I mean, if they had like a PC alternative, though, I would obviously.
They wouldn't do that.
True. Yeah.
I think it'd be easy enough. I think it'd be easy enough to where just tap the block pad, and there's like stamps, just stamp blocks to the right.
I guess, yeah. Okay, I can see that now.
I think it'd be pretty easy. But yeah, I'm going to send that idea to Nintendo. Probably shouldn't have said it on the podcast because someone's going to steal it now. Anything else you guys want to talk about?
No, actually, we're actually pretty far into the podcast. We're at like an hour and 16-ish minutes. So you know what? I think we should start wrapping up a little bit. Any last thoughts that you guys want to say? Talk about anything?
JT.
Wally looks really good in Limbo.
What?
What?
Wally looks really good in the Limbo universe.
I don't know why you keep bringing that up.
Because it's my wallpaper.
But no one gives a shit.
What a final thought. Like
God,
that was like
what a
literally
horrible
the
final
absolute
thought.
worst thing you could have said.
I'm
Jake,
really annoyed.
please, can we end off on a better note?
Yeah, there's an interesting Kickstarter campaign that's about to end in 6 days. And I don't really know what's going to happen because it doesn't look like it's going to succeed. But they should at least check out the website. Basically, it's a new Nintendo magazine that's kind of trying to thrive off the success or the end of Nintendo Power. And they're called Pure Nintendo Magazine. And they have a Kickstarter right now. It's probably not going to succeed, unfortunately. But they do have a really great website. So for anyone that likes to follow Nintendo news, it's purenintendo.com. Hopefully Matt will post it in the description. Because even if their magazine doesn't take off, they're still going to be doing their website. So I guess that's really it. I found it interesting, and I was kind of bummed their Kickstarter didn't work out. Because they seem to be a really good group of journalists. And they definitely seem to have their mind in the right set. But
I'd be worried about like Nintendo trying to sue them or whatever.
yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that would work. I think anyone can have.
I get.
think
Plus,
anyone can
like,
have a
magazines.
magazine.
Like, really, do magazines are there a lot of sales in magazines still? I mean, a lot of the times everyone just gets news from the internet now, right?
I have no idea, to be honest.
All right. I would think with the popularity of smartphones nowadays, I would think everyone just gets news digitally. I don't know.
I mean, I like magazines, but I also don't like paying for them.
That's true. Like I don't see a lot of physical stuff. Like a lot of the times, like the only time I'll ever pick up a magazine is at my doctor's office.
Yeah. But other than that, go watch Indie Game the movie. You won't regret it. If you don't have Netflix, just go to their website and you can get it. Put it on your iPod or whatever you use to watch stuff. And that's really it for me.
All right. Then that's going to wrap it up. So that's going to do it for technically the very first episode of Autosave. I mean, we had one before that, but it was a pilot episode. So that's going to wrap it up. Once again, my name is Matt, AwesomeFaceProd. That was Jake, RedPandaGamer. And then we also had
me.
JT, OriginalDrakkon. Thanks for listening. Thanks for watching, everybody. And good night.